did this not also engage Lieutenant General Sibiya, who's the head of the detectives, and all the detectives throughout the country, and in particular in Gauteng, are accountable to him?
Maybe, Honorable Chair members, let me correct that last part.
Yeah, please do.
The General Sibiya is not in charge of detectives in the country. Detectives, they fall under the provincial commissioners. So provincial commissioners are in charge of detectives. But there's a small amount of them that falls under the division, which is a divisional commissioner in charge of detectives, not the Deputy National Commissioner. But that is just correction that I wanted to make. I don't want to get deeper, Honorable Chair members, on the how part in terms of what General Khumalo did as he was starting that investigation on the counterintelligence. Who did he engage with? General Sibiya is his commander. Did he engage him or he did not engage him? I don't know, because I was not part of it. I'm just speaking on the third party as a person who was informed about what came about. But in terms of more detailed questioning with regard to the team, how it started and all that, I'll invite you to engage that with General Khumalo. But having said that, Honorable Chair members, I must warn you, I said this is a counterintelligence investigation. So what I know for a fact is that perhaps a Joint Standing Committee of Intelligence might be a better place to get to know the details in and out of how that investigation goes about. But having said that, I'm speaking under correction, invite General Khumalo to talk to it.
Well, the ad hoc committee started off with a very, very rough start, okay, very rusty start. But I don't want to talk about that. I want us to focus on a couple of things with Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi from KZN. And you already know the tiny little corner. And those of you who get upset when I say that, I don't know why you did not listen attentively to the July 6th, okay, press briefing from Mkhwanazi, the combat press briefing. Because, you know, Shadrack Sibiya is the one who said those words. So when I say tiny little corner, I am quoting Shadrack Sibiya. And speaking of Shadrack Sibiya, man, he has been so quiet ever since he lost his demand. Yeah, we'll go with the word demand. Ever since he lost his demand to return back to the office, and that Masemola did not have the right jurisdiction to even put him on a leave of absence. And then after that, Masemola said, you know what, I'm going to upgrade you. It's no longer a leave of absence. I'm going to promote it completely. It is now called a suspension. Okay. So ever since then, at least I haven't heard from Shadrack Sibiya. Have you guys heard from him? He has finally learned the art of silence. And as you already know, Mzansi Unfiltered says you can never misquote silence. Now imagine if we had the good old days when Shadrack Sibiya would do a media tour and respond. Imagine how he would respond to hearing Mkhwanazi say that he is not the detective boss. He is not the head of all detectives in the country. Ooh, I think that, that really just punched Shadrack Sibiya, just hearing that. And I know he would have loved to respond. But, the new and improved him doesn't respond. He's waiting to be in the right platform at the ad hoc committee or over there at the Madlanga Commission. And until then, guys, he has learned the art of silence. Oh, and it hurts. I'm going to go first and say, as much as I kept saying, you can never misquote silence. Stop going to interviews. I have to say, I miss his responses. I also miss, what's his name again? Paul O'Sullivan. He's another one who's learned the art of silence. These are two men who were so vocal on the 6th of July 2025. And then suddenly, they're not serving anymore. They are not serving anymore. Well, at least we have Mr. Brown to fall on. And you already know he made some utterances yesterday. And Fikile Mbalula said, hold my beer, okay? Hold my beer. I already dealt with Musa Kaula with regards to these allegations. He was made to delete, okay? He was made to delete his ex-post. But now that it's SABC, yeah. Off to the court, Fikile Mbalula ran to open up a docket, to open up a case over there for Brown, Mkhwanazi, and his utterances yesterday. But anyway, we're not there. We're here at Shadrack Sibiya. So basically, Mkhwanazi, first of all, let's just give the general a round of applause. One thing I learned from him, just from yesterday alone, he's a very patient man. He's very professional. He showed no signs of irritation that they delayed the start of this ad hoc committee statement that he had to redo, ladies and gentlemen. It had to be redone. It had to be redone because senior counsel over there, he messed it up. Okay, he messed it up. Julius Malema was like, no, we're not playing that game. Okay, we are not playing Madlanga Commission is the big brother. No. We are running our own show here. But, so they braked, or should I say they paused? What do we say? Can't even remember. They adjourned. That's the word, okay? So they adjourned for a good, I want to say 5 to 6 hours. And then after they adjourned 5 to 6 hours, they came back and they hit the ground running and went 5 to 6 hours. And I'm talking 5 to 6 hours to the PM hours. Like, wait, are they still online? Yep, that was the ad hoc committee because they said, oh no, we've got to catch up. We've got to catch up because getting the general here is not an easy task. If this man leaves and gets back over there to the Madlanga Commission, we are going to be on pause mode. We don't want to do that. So everybody's working overtime. Okay, everybody is staying up until we are done with Mkhwanazi. But here's the thing. So the senior counsel asks questions around Shadrack Sibiya, and he begins by saying, so Shadrack Sibiya, the head of detectives, of all the detectives in the country, General Mkhwanazi says, let me just start off by correcting you right there. And he said it so professionally, but matter-of-factly, confidently, without fear or favor. Shadrack Sibiya, well, he said General Sibiya, he's not the head of all detectives. No, he's not the head of all detectives. In fact, the head of detectives is actually the provincial commissioners, aka what business did he have taking the PKTT dockets? Do you guys see the bigger picture here? But the point I'm getting at is how Mkhwanazi delivers it. It's without that emotion. And that's a skill, unfortunately, that Shadrack Sibiya doesn't have. I hope he's working on it, though, during these suspension days. I hope he's working on it. Mkhwanazi doesn't throw jabs or under the belt comments. No, he remains strictly professional, answers the question, and when he's done answering the question, because he's a general, he's a policeman, he even told them, I'm not a politician. I am a public servant. My passion is in policing. You will never see me wear a political party t-shirt, which is kind of surprising because in Kabinde, it's like, whoa. So that was quite interesting. Anyway, that's the little bit I wanted to bring to your attention with regards to Shadrack Sibiya. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think about the general that is Mkhwanazi? His body language, his communication, his speech, his delivery. As I was saying, he answers a question. He's asked a direct question and he always answers the question and then he stirs into the direction he wants to go to, especially if it pairs with the additional information he wants to grow the conversation and add more meat to the bare minimum, if you understand. So I'm going to end this video right here. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. General's body language. Did you also see the water bottle situation? I think I posted a video. Make sure you check it out, of the general arriving at the ad hoc committee with his water bottle. I think it's now a signature. I think it's now a trademark with him. But thanks so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, you absolutely have my heart. Please remember to like, to comment, to subscribe. And I'll catch you, of course, on my next upload. Bye, guys.